Hello, my name is Philip Barnard and I'd like to welcome you to these exercises you'll be taking part in to find out about some ideas that we've been developing to help you create innovative dance. I'm a cognitive psychologist, which means that I've been studying the way that the mind processes information, the way that attention and memory combine with our senses to build an understanding of the world around us, in which we move, eat, drink, make friends and enemies and live our lives. Everything we do rests upon this world that we create inside our minds, and over the course of these exercises I hope to give you some helpful insights into some of the ways your mind and your imagination work. We hope that these insights will help you use your imagination to become a more creative and innovative dancer. One of the most amazing things about the human mind is the way that it interacts with our body, apparently effortlessly, normally without us needing to attend to any of the hundreds of highly coordinated muscle movements that we make every single minute. This is nothing to take for granted. The first months of a child's life are spent learning how to control its body, with difficulty and with great attention. Most of us took at least a year to be able to stand up and balance, yet a few months later we were able to run around and later jump and hop and skip and dance. Most people soon stop thinking about how they move, and many of their movements become automatic. And even though they choose to make some movements at will, they do not consciously attend to those movements unless something is going wrong. But as dancers, you have learned to pay attention to your bodies, and over thousands of hours of experience have become skilled experts in movement. You have much greater awareness of your body and the ways that you can move than most people. You might have been trained in a somatic method to perceive your body from within, and so be able to focus your attention upon sensations that most people remain unaware of. You can use this deeper awareness to gain finer control over your body and to move in novel ways that most people would never do. I want to help you to do the same with your imagination. Through these exercises, I hope to show you that some of the ways of thinking that you do naturally, perhaps without attention, can be brought more clearly into your awareness, and that you can willfully direct your imagination, focusing on different modalities and driving changes in your mental world that you can use to influence your feelings and your dance. One way of thinking about this is to consider that just as there are points of space around you that you can move between, there are also points of mental space inside your mind that you can move your attention around, using your imagination. We will not be showing you a secret part of the mind that you've never used. You will not discover a new facet to your imagination. You already know how to create things in your imagination in rich and vivid ways, seeing colour and movement, hearing sound, sensing texture, and all the other sensory modalities. Everything we can sense in the world, most of us can imagine too. But just as you can direct your attention around the external world and to your body, you can become an expert in directing changes in your imagination, just as you have learnt greater expertise in movement. In the same way that most people are unaware of how they move, people have rarely thought about how they imagine things. I'd like you to start thinking about your attention as having a score, much like a piece of music. You can move your attention around your mind in much the same way as a composer chooses different instruments and themes, playing faster or slower, louder or softer. By becoming familiar with your attentional score, you will be able to create and change your mental world. We're going to lead you through a series of exercises that are based on our scientific research into the mind and the way that it works with different aspects of our imagination to build, enrich and transform our inner mental space. You will be introduced to some ideas and concepts from our science, like the attentional score, but the way that you use them is entirely up to you. We want you to think of them as tools that you can use to create. At the heart of this work is the idea that our imagination has four main aspects, and that these influence each other. This diagram of three intersecting loops is one that you will become familiar with as you work through the exercises. After working through these exercises, when you need to do something novel, you'll be able to choose a part of your imagined world to focus upon and to modify. This is at the heart of creativity, thinking ordinary things in new ways in new combinations or relationships.